It was an unusually cold night in the quiet town of Willow Creek. The streets were empty, and the only sounds were the rustling leaves and the occasional hoot of an owl. Emma Carter sat by her window, sipping a cup of tea, enjoying the silence, until it was shattered by a horrifying scream. It wasn't human. It was a dog. A long, piercing, almost human-like scream echoed through the neighborhood. It sent shivers down Emma's spine. She rushed to the window, her heart pounding. Across the street, she saw her neighbor, Mr. Dawson, step onto his porch, looking just as alarmed. "Did you hear that?" he called out. Emma nodded, grabbing her coat. "It came from the woods." Mr. Dawson hesitated, then grabbed a flashlight and joined her as they made their way toward the dense forest at the edge of the town. The dog screamed again, more desperate this time. It wasn't just howling, it was crying, wailing, almost as if it were warning them about something. As they moved deeper into the woods, the air grew colder. The flashlight flickered, casting long shadows between the trees. Suddenly, they saw movement. A large, black Labrador stood in the clearing, its fur bristling, eyes wide with terror. It whimpered when it saw them, but didn't run. Emma knelt down, trying to calm it. "Hey boy, what's wrong?" The dog whined and took a few steps back, then barked, short, sharp, urgent barks. It was leading them somewhere. They followed. A few minutes later, the dog stopped near a clearing where the ground looked disturbed, as if something had been recently dug up. Emma's stomach twisted with unease. Mr. Dawson aimed the flashlight at the spot. Something white was sticking out of the dirt. Bones. Human bones. Emma gasped and stumbled back. Mr. Dawson turned pale. The dog let out another low whimper, circling the grave. "We need to call the police," Mr. Dawson whispered. Before Emma could respond, the wind picked up, carrying a strange sound, like distant whispers. Then, a branch snapped. They weren't alone. The dog growled, its ears pinned back. A rustling noise came from behind them. Emma's breath hitched as she turned. A man stood just beyond the flashlight's reach, his face hidden in the shadows. "You shouldn't have come here," he said, his voice eerily calm. The dog bared its teeth, growling fiercely. Emma's instincts screamed at her to run. She grabbed Mr. Dawson's arm, and they bolted back toward the houses, the dog running alongside them. The man didn't chase them, but they could feel his eyes watching, following. By the time the police arrived, the man was gone. But the truth had been unearthed literally. The buried remains belonged to a missing girl from 10 years ago, and the dog, it had belonged to her. For years, it had stayed near her unmarked grave, trying to tell someone the truth, and that night, it finally did. The police launched an investigation, and within weeks, the man from the woods was caught. He had been living on the outskirts of town, thinking no one would ever find out what he had done, but he had underestimated the loyalty of a dog. From that night on, the town of Willow Creek never ignored a dog's scream again, and neither did Emma.